So far, team, incredible display of price action from Nrgv coming out from the bottom sides that we actually talked about inside of the 174 bottom for entry and experiencing some resistance around the areas of 195 as we stated, right, guys? This 195 target has been a little notorious here, right? We didn't get exactly to that top side from the entry signals that we kind of stated here, and that's okay, right? That's okay. It's showing that there's a pool of resistance, and that can show us typically that we could be trying to observe this as a traditional breakout, right, guys? So we're going to take a few tests to that door. We're going to knock at it, right, a few times before we decide to break through it. Now, I do remember talking to you guys about the correlation between Nrgv and the broader markets. That does have a bit of you know, well, you'll be able to determine what it is for yourself, though. So I'll show you here as soon as we get this thing rolling here. But before we do, guys, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca. I'm coming at you here 10:36 p.m. Pacific time on September 10th, Wednesday. Closing price action on Nrgv was $1.89. Intraday close was $1.91. Very powerful daily close on this, guys, and it does show that it could start curving volatility and momentum towards the upside favoring. Okay, so if that is the case, well, let's go ahead and display what it says from the immediate short term. Guys, know that we're not out of the woods yet from the macro data releases, right? And what I'm speaking of here is that, sure, we're about to experience the release of the notorious, here you go. Let me block my camera. Continuing jobless claims, initial jobless claims, right? And we, of course, have our CPI data coming out, right? We just got the PPI, the Producer Price Index, just a couple days ago. And now we're going to be experiencing the release of the Consumer Price Index. Okay, guys? So this is absolutely of critical importance here, guys, because it does in some way, shape, or form reflect what our markets are kind of pricing in here, right? So it's just it has a lot to do with our inflation rate. Okay, guys, that's going to be critical information for the continuing of trend to the upside in the overall markets, right? So let's go ahead and pay attention, as this is this is going to be released pretty early. Okay, guys, so yeah, tomorrow may be an interesting and very volatile day all across the board. Okay, guys, I'm not talking about just your traditional equities. I'm talking about cryptocurrencies, of course, your futures, and man, especially your derivatives like options, right, guys? So please be careful, as you know, the very famous Theta Burn Thursday, or actually, you know what, is just before that. So yeah, guys, it's gonna start getting a little interesting here for that Thursday trade. Okay, guys, so I'm telling you guys that I'm telling you that sometimes it may be easier to just kind of stay risk off the market, and it also shows that you know, like, let it happen, right? Let it just pass by. And before we continue, guys, please remember that you know, right when you join the Discord, you are going to notice that there is going to be a direct message coming to you from what appears to be me. It's an imposter. I will never send you a message first. I will never friend request you first either. There are many, many thousands and thousands of people that I speak to all the time, and that prevents me from being able to focus on the one individual person. So make sure that the profile from the person that you're speaking to is this one. This will have a little negative sign. It just doesn't right now because I'm live with the team. But this will show negative, as in do not disturb, right, guys? And of course, the scammers are not going to put that because they want you to, you know, reach out. And also this, I put this, and they certainly will not do that, right? So I do not offer copy or mirror trades, right? Ever. I am the one and only Arca. Okay, guys, but never doubt that. Also, make sure that you are looking at the tag, the server tag. You can go ahead and adopt that tag here too when you join the Arca Bulls, guys. We're reaching now just around 11 people left for the official grandfathered lifetime deal for the trading team, located in the description below. Okay, guys, if you would like to purchase that instead of being subject to the $59.99 new price point for the Discord membership for the trading team, team, as we are now adding a full support, Unusual Whales bot. We're going to add the Nuntino bot, all that good stuff. Okay, guys. So make sure to hit that in the description below, and we'll get you set up here. Okay, guys. So enough of the shilling. Let's go ahead and get ourselves back to the price action of Nrgv. So yeah, guys, one more time, right? Very good entry conditions down into the areas of the 174 projected target. Now, the upside that we want to validate here is, it could be in lieu of the retracement via your weekly closures and or your bi-weekly closures, right, guys? So your bi-weekly time frame does have a 50%, does have a 1 day and 15-hour range before closing. So, and it's very curious because the bi-weekly time frame, all it did was retrace to the 50% of its bi-weekly bar before now is actually starting to reaccumulate and starting to make that upside. So 50% of this bi-weekly existing bar that we're on is showing that it does have a target in the upside of roughly around the areas of 201. So I will say this, the closing valuation of this particular you know what, that's curious. I almost didn't see this here. Yeah, just like this here, I need to see the data, right? Here we go. So the closing valuation of this bar, the prior weekly, was actually looked at over here, OHLC, right? Open, high, low, close. That's your 202 target, right? So that's already pretty nicely set against the 50%. The 50% reaccumulation of your weekly bar. So that's just about 201 there. Very nice. So confluent to that, guys. So that means that should we have another area of resistance to look at, highly likely we're going to reach that resistance first, and that would be around the areas of 208. So that now makes the bottom side of around 202 to around $2, maybe even $1.99, an area of support before continuing to the upside. The important detail is that we can close the biweekly bar above at least the closing valuation of the prior green bar, which is around that 202. It would be ideal for us to close this biweekly bar above your 208, right? I know that it's going to look a little bit like a hanging man, but it also shows massive strength to the upside. Okay, guys. So this is not looking bad whatsoever, guys. The reason why I'm not going to be so precise and so dead on the targets that I have for you, or that we can find here, is in light of the CPI coming up, right? There's no way that I can guess what's going to happen here. There's no way that I can project what may happen. I can only see the probabilities through the eyes of volatility and momentum. So should they suggest upside or downside, I'm going to go ahead and say that and maybe still be completely wrong. Right, guys? So just kind of keep that in mind here. So we have an upside continuing into the 5-minute time frame. Your 10 minutes still has an upside posturing, right? I'm looking at your stochastic momentum right down here. This is still postured to the upside in the 15-minute. And let's go ahead and see the 20. Okay, so that would be just about 20 minutes of upside. Should we open at 189? Well, we would be getting let's see. So we're at about 189 with around 17 cents of a price action towards that upside. So if we're getting that 116 or 115, 215, sorry, then that's a great start for continuation above. So 215 is going to be roughly around, let's see, or maybe actually, you know what, it would be 205. So if we did 205, I remember the resistance being around there. Here it is, guys. So yeah, it would roughly be between the areas of $2 to just around there we go, 205. There it is. So that's your overall resistance here, mathematically speaking, right? So here we go. That would be just, oh, well, guess what? Look at that. This, my one of my buddies one of my students too, right? Very close friend. He trades here with the trading team. His name is Gar, right? So he was asking, like, what do you mean by how you rewrite targets, right? So here I am writing the same target again that we already had for upside continuation, right? So yes, this is just telling me that the plan is still on. Your conditional entry criteria is here. We definitely got the upside and resistance levels. We pulled back like crazy from them, and we're still trying to make that upside happen. Okay, guys. So yeah, so far it's looking good. 20 minutes of downside. 20 minutes of downside from 206. That's ridiculous. 30 minutes continues. Hourly. Okay, it's still hourly. Okay, so that would be right around 3 hours of downside from 206. That gives you no way. So that gives you just about 8 cents. So you're coming right back down to your 198. So that's their target right here. So 197 to 195, right? Pull back from the 206. This would be your area for continuing validations. Should it be that price action is behaving just like it does in the first place, right, guys? Like always. I'm not sure that it is. I'm not sure that it's going to continue. I'm not sure nothing. Right, guys? Your 4-hour time frame already is suggesting still that upside. Let's see. So that would be continuing into the upside in the 6-hour time frame. Dang, let's go. Man, still upside into the 12. Still into the daily. Okay, so it would be a total. Man, that's actually not bad, guys. That's really, really not bad. So I guess here it is. Let me see. Guys, there's a probability. Wait, let me double check that. No way. How is it that we're gonna blow by that? So 5-minute time frame, right? We're still suggesting upside. 10 upside, 20. This would be 20 downside, right? Well, the 20 upside based on the whatever. So it starts from that zone of around 206, right? So pullback would only be just around your upper 190s. So then you would catch an upside continuation. Oh my goodness, no way. Okay, well, you're still validating upside into daily time frame. Oh my goodness. So yeah, from 197, you're looking at around 17 cents to the upside. Jeez, dude. Okay, I guess that's okay. So we're retracing right back into this zone here. I think everything is trying to revolve. It might be it's consolidating a little bit, but it's a huge range, guys. So this is suggesting this kind of a trajectory. Let's just go ahead and extend our analysis targets here, and I will show you how this is kind of saying that it wants to push. It's not saying that it's gonna do this. I'm saying that it's just suggesting that the time and volatility are suggesting that this thing would move in this path here. So likely upside continuation into the areas of around 204 to 207. This would pull back to your areas of 195 to 197. This would then go right back up to the areas of around 205, right? And that's presently where we kind of are. So let's see. Downside continues from that point there. Again, 2-day time frame. 3-day time frame downside, 4 or 5 downside, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly downside. Okay, so I think it may have already happened. Monthly downside, actually that would have been way lower. Monthly downside on this would have taken you to, let's see, 107, and of course that's I don't really see a 107 happen. Anything can happen in the markets, guys, but I don't see that. I think the invalidation was right around the targets that we spoke of 174 to 173. That was very likely the area for me, guys, okay? So, and then this thing would actually continue towards the upside. It was a 30% prior bar retrace, 19 days, 15 hours to close this. It's still very much safe. Should this continue towards the upside, you're looking at an average true range of roughly 93 cents, which puts you at a top of 195. So we already got that 195, but since it is that we're getting that 195, then sure, you do have resistances starting at where we said, right? This is your 190, 191, or what is it? 202, sorry, right into the areas of around 208. So this, it feels like we're about to break out. And should we break out, that means that we're going to be testing the top side here of around your 230s. So, and now seeing that you still have upside continuation even into the bi-monthly and stuff, let me see how this was. Yeah, I guess it would be a 3-month time frame upside continuation, and that will give you from the opening value here of around 70 cents. This will give you close to $3. So dang, man. Okay, and everything in the thread of analysis is kind of present here, guys. So this was your probabilities here. Hard targets: 266, 326, 360, and 397. Yeah, so it's gonna take a little bit of time, guys, but it is closing some macro closures with extremely good looking candles. All right, guys. So I think that this is a pretty good place to leave off. Should you have any questions or concerns, please go ahead and reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com. And I will talk to you guys very, very, very soon. All right, guys, adios and adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.